After nearly 2 months, the Amber vs. Johnny trial has finally come to a conclusion, and the defamation verdict came in favor of Johnny. With millions of people all around the world following the case, many have been eager to take sides, assign blame, and condemn cancel culture on social media. In today's video, let's take a look at Depp's recent win and the fans' response. First up, it's Amber Heard's response. Amber Heard wrote in a statement after the trial that she was disappointed beyond words that her ex-husband was awarded a victory in his defamation lawsuit against her. She took to social media to say, "I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence was still not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband." A spokeswoman for Heard said that the actress plans to appeal the decision. Heard, who has received a partial victory in her lawsuit against Depp, said that she thought Depp's legal team had succeeded in persuading the jury to ignore evidence that led to the British judge deciding that there was evidence that he abused her in a 2020 libel case. She expressed further disappointment with what this verdict means for other women, explaining it as a setback to a time when women who speak out are publicly shamed and humiliated, and violence against women isn't taken seriously. Heard revealed that she's sad about the outcome, but sadder still that she seems to have lost the right to speak freely and openly as an American. After the trial, Heard's lawyers didn't speak to reporters outside the courthouse. Next, we have backlash against Amber. It's difficult not to be biased on any topic in the explosively political climate that we are living through in this day and age. However, when such a high-profile trial is sensationalized on social media like this, where megastar Johnny Depp is suing his ex-wife, actress Amber Heard, for $50 million over editorial defamation, it becomes difficult for people not to pick sides. In the run-up to the trial, Johnny's defense leaked shocking footage presenting Heard in a bad light, where vital context was withheld. Audio recordings in which Heard admits to hitting Depp, which were meant to be kept private until the time of the trial, went viral. This caused a lot of public hatred towards the actress. The recordings majorly swayed public opinion and primed an otherwise impartial jury. Hashtag Justice for Johnny Depp and hashtag Amber Heard is a psychopath, among other hashtags, have been trending over the past several weeks. There have been countless instances where Amber was mocked and ridiculed by the mainstream media and public in the last few months. Lots of memes and jokes were made online at the expense of Heard. Even graffiti depicting Heard as Pinocchio was seen this week. All this heartlessness shows a degree to which misogyny runs through society's veins and how dangerous it is to evoke it. Fans of Depp say that his life and his career have been ruined by false allegations of violence and that he's the real victim. Others note how disturbing the public treatment of Heard has been throughout the trial, particularly relating to claims that she's a liar, psychopath, and a monster. Amber Heard wrote her self-professed article piece in the Washington Post, supportively discussing a transformative moment for women during the height of the Me Too campaign. The article, which was read out during the trial as part of Heard's opening statement, focuses on the actress's harrowing experience of speaking out as a female victim of domestic violence and the progressive change within the industry that she wishes to see. Further, there was no actual mention of Depp specifically or any of the personal accounts which are currently being spewed out in public due to him bringing Heard to court. Still, Heard is at the receiving end of the majority of the backlash. Now, onto the support for Amber. Amber Heard supporters say that they're being flooded with misogynistic comments for speaking out in support of her on social media. Majority of Heard supporters are women who say that they have received online hate. After tweeting hashtag I stand with Amber Heard, the women say that they've gotten threatening messages. They choose to defend Heard because they want to generally support and believe in women more. Depp fans online appear to significantly outnumber Heard supporters. On TikTok, the hashtag Justice for Johnny Depp hashtag has 12 billion views, while the Justice for Amber Heard tag has a mere 44 million. Heard's been largely vilified on social media, with many Depp fans ridiculing her and her legal team. Much of the online discourse surrounding the Depp versus Heard trial is in regard to claims of abuse made by both parties. As Insider previously reported, some support for Depp appears to be linked to the narrative of men's rights activism, a movement that operates on a belief that men are losing power and face discrimination in society, many of whom criticized the hashtag MeToo movement and suggested that Depp is the true victim, not Heard. According to supporters of Heard, there's a misconception that they don't believe men can always be victims of intimate partner violence, which they say is untrue. One Amber fan says, "None of us have said that men can't be victims." However, she added that she believes it's still vastly men who are the abusers. Next up, Amber's fans on Depp's victory. A lot of Amber Heard's fans were appalled and sickened by the verdict, claiming that men always win in the end. For some, the verdict had come long before, when the public decided to side with Depp. As one domestic violence survivor puts it, "This case is my worst fear playing out on a public stage." Even though the highly publicized trial concluded yesterday, in truth, the verdict was decided in the court of public opinion weeks ago. It played out over several weeks, with people on social media overwhelmingly aligning with the beloved Pirates of the Caribbean star. Millions of fans, celebrities, and even brands have shunned Heard and accused her of fabricating the allegations against Depp, causing hashtags like hashtag Amber Turd to trend worldwide. According to psychologist just Dr. Jessica Taylor, this is basically the end of Me Too. It's the death of the whole movement. As the verdict came in, some sexual assault survivors who were siding with Heard expressed their disappointment with the decision, even if they weren't surprised by it. They said that it was horrible, but not entirely unexpected. Watching Heard be dragged through the mud during the trial brought back memories of their own traumatic experiences, and they noted that it is indeed a man's world. Barrister Charlotte Proudman said that many fans blindly supported Depp due to their nostalgic attachment to him as an actor. As an attorney, she sees many victims of domestic abuse being sued for defamation, for daring to speak about what their perpetrator did to them. Meanwhile, the world questions whether they're a real victim, and it seems like it's happening here as well. And now, Johnny's fans celebrate. Johnny Depp's fans celebrated both outside the Fairfax County Courthouse and online on Wednesday after the jury announced its verdict. One fan in Fairfax told the Post that Johnny Depp winning his defamation case against Amber is a reminder that women can be abusers too. The fan claimed that Amber Heard couldn't convince even a single juror on her sadistic lies, as he thanked the jury for seeing the truth. Hundreds of fans gathered outside the courthouse and streamed the verdict live on their phones. The crowd cheered with joy and celebrated after the decisions were announced. Social media also erupted with fans using the hashtags #TruthWins, #HeWon, and #JusticeForJohnnyDepp on Twitter. Celebrities rallied behind Depp too. Model Bella Hadid liked his Instagram post with his statement that celebrated the win, while Pretty Little Liars star Ashley Benson celebrated the verdict by posting a photo of Depp on Instagram. Heard seemed to have gotten support from Amy Schumer, who posted a Gloria Steinem quote on Instagram that read, "Any woman who chooses to behave like a fully human being should be warned that the armies of the status quo will treat her as something of a dirty joke. She will need her sisterhood." Schumer's post was liked by Julianne Moore, Lindsay Lohan, and Anna Sophia Robb, amongst others. Finally, we have the implications of the trial. Despite his huge win in court yesterday, it's still worth remembering that Depp lost his prior lawsuit against The Sun for referring to him as abusive, and in which the British judge found him guilty on 12 accounts of the alleged domestic violence. To use the defendant's own words in court then, he's ironically made democratic activism solely about him. Indeed, the actor's allegations of domestic abuse only surfaced in 2019 during his libel case against The Sun, and sometime after his split from Heard, which he fumes have cost him a lot of work. Since then, he's changed a significant story around a severed finger to blame Heard entirely for the incident, among other critical details. This is not to say that men cannot be victims of domestic violence, that the actor is irredeemable, or that Heard herself is a straightforward heroine. The issue at hand that most Amber fans speak of is the narrative being unfairly hijacked in favor of a patriarchal agenda that still exists today: the protection of powerful men at the cost of women. It's one thing for Depp to tell his narrative rather than have it being told by Heard in the Washington Post, but quite another to use his impactful influence to brand women who've suffered domestic violence as potential liars. It undermines years of hard-earned respect for the gravity of male-on-female violence and casts an eerie shadow over a better and broad-minded future. And that's a wrap for this video. What do you think about the Depp versus Heard trial? Are you satisfied with the outcome and its implications? Let us know in the comments below. And make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos just like this. We'll see you in the next one.